Hi everybody, this is Oleksiyenko here again with another, in this case not Alphazero game, but really lovely puzzle that took me quite some time to solve it. I noticed it at David Smerdon's Facebook page Facebook post that you can find below my video, where he posted this one, why to move and win. And then I've seen, I think, Maxime Vachier-Lagrave putting a smile there so that he solved it. I have a rule that I do not solve the puzzle if I'm not sure if there's a solution. So I decided to check it without looking at the moves to turn on the engine. And this is what I saw. You can see the evaluation of the engine. Zeros, depth 66, stockfish 10, all four moves, everything is zeros. It gives equality. So, but then I saw that the good grandmaster posts a study, and Maxime Vachier-Lagrave, who's number 5 in the world, I think, at the moment, puts a smiley face. That was the request. If you solve it, put a smiley face. So I was confident that there was a solution, and I was intrigued because the engine cannot see it. So let's take a look at this one. I will probably switch off the engine. There wouldn't be of big of a help here. So what do we see in this position? So black is completely paralyzed, right? None of the pieces, none of the pawns can move. So white is basically playing with the queen, black is playing with the king. So my first thought was the following. I can easily move the king to the corner, right? These are only moves for black. And now if I'm able well, king f2 here would be a terrible mistake, right? So I was thinking if I can join my king, the attack, that would be amazing. So I thought but what would be the position so that I can win? So I imagined, let's say, having my queen on e3. I cannot have my queen on this diagonal because e1 queen, and I would lose like I almost did here, like king f2, e1 queen. Right, takes, and resign. Even without takes, that would be resignable. So, but I cannot keep my queen on this diagonal. So I thought, what if I put my queen to e3? And let's say he goes with the king to h1. This is a win. Now I go king f2. If queen or anything, I take and I checkmate it. And I do win. And if king goes to f2 and you don't promote, that's an easy mate, right? So, okay, that was first sign. Okay, if king is on h1, if king goes to h1, I win. But king doesn't have to go to h1, king goes to g2. So then I thought, okay, what if it's black to move? I assumed, let's say somehow I get this position, that it is black to move. How can I do that? Let's say queen g5, queen f4, king g2. Let's say I assumed I get this position. I get this position as black. Maybe this one is winning. Because king h1 we already know is losing, but then king f2, king h2, okay, king f2, e1 queen, the only move, queen takes e1, and this is mate is coming, or queen e5, and queen h8 is a nice mate. So let's say bishop goes somewhere, it's queen e5, king h3, and queen g3 is mate, queen g3 is mate. So I thought, okay, that's an idea. And I gave this puzzle to other GMs. Some of them also felt into this one. Okay, this one must be winning because if this is a Zugzwang, and probably you can get one like this, although I didn't really check. It seems like a win. No, it's not a win. Well, if you wish, black to move and win in this position. One move for black that saves everything, and black is crushing. Dun, 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 dun. It's bishop to e2. It is bishop to e2, and that's it. There's no more checks. Rooks escape. Black just wins. So I was struck, okay, but I took all my time to find a way to include my king into the attack. And then I went back to the Facebook page again, and I think in the first comment he said the answer is not queen takes a2. And I was my first was what the hell? Who on earth would even queen a2, why? It's ridiculous. I need to checkmate the king, not eat some pawn that is completely irrelevant. So when I left that thought alone for some time, and then it came back to me, and that is actually the key to solving this puzzle. When you get to understand this one, you'll understand that that pawn on a2 is extremely crucial. The surprising outcome of this puzzle is that the queen can checkmate the king alone, which is never the case in a real game, right? Never the queen alone, without help of your or your opponent's pieces, can make a checkmate, right? It's never like that. So you like reject that thought without even considering it. But if you briefly consider queen takes a2 and ask yourself, why on earth would I take that pawn? Hopefully you'll get to the answer that with that pawn being gone, that square on a2 is quite a nest for this king. And if you force your king to a2, you can checkmate it from a4, which was not thinkable. Like, there's no checkmate right here. There's a straight line of pawns. You cannot checkmate. But if you remove that pawn and you force that king to a2, you can win. Oh wow, that's a new idea. How do I do that? But it still is just the first idea. The second idea is you have to realize that the queen can push the king to any corner it wishes. For example, white can easily push the king to this corner. We've seen this one, right? But white can also do this. Let's say we want to put the king into corner on h8. That's easy, right? But let's say we want to put the king to a8 corner. How do we do that? It seems impossible. Come on, it's stalemate. No, it's not impossible. I give, how do I do that? I give check from e5. So let's say you stick in the corner to h7. Come closer to f6. You go to h8, and I cut you from the h file. And what do? You go g7 and go h5. You try to stick to the corner. You go here, I go here. You go here, I go here. And I push you towards the a8 square. And from a8, for the same algorithm, you can put the king to a2. So that's the solution. Bingo. Not so fast. Not so fast. If you take the pawn immediately, there's a huge problem. King goes to this corner. Unlike those two corners, you cannot kick the king out. Let's say you go to g5, go to g4. The same algorithm doesn't work because f1 square is controlled. The reason I was able to kick the king out from that corner was because I was able to use the h6 square. Okay, yeah, actually queen h6 immediately would do the trick. And now queen h4 and queen h5. And now I kick the king away. If king f6, I go queen g4, and slowly I push the king to the left. So the thing is, the final solution of this puzzle is the following. Since we cannot kick the king out from this corner, we have to kick the king first. Then we go take the pawn, and then we go get rid of this corner, get rid of that corner, and push him to a2. So now at this point I would switch on the engine, and it would show just the fastest way to do so. The solution goes, there's the only move in this position that is winning. Actually, queen g1. The engine is saying queen g1, ironically. That's correct. Queen g1 is the first line of the engine, but it has no clue why is that. It's queen g1. Let us all show the engine how it's done. Queen g2, king h5. Only moves, so I will not wait for the engine to respond. So we kick the king to the corner. Let's say he sticks in the corner. Now we take the pawn. And now I'm gonna press space to do the best move according to engine. King f6. Now I'm gonna go queen d5. No, I immediately gonna kick him out with queen g8. That's what I'm gonna do. Immediately, I'm not letting him to h8 corner. We already know how to get rid of the guy. King goes to f5, I go to f7. Come on, engine, you can see it. Ah, finally understands. King e6, queen f6. Now it is seeing the mate. King d5 being the best, and what would be the fastest way? Yeah, we just push him either one file or one... yeah, we just push him towards king c6, probably queen d8. Yeah, queen d8 would be the fastest. King here, and now we have to kick him out from the corner. How do we do that? King b6, king a8, we go queen d5, check. Come on, again zeros? No. Queen b5, king a7, queen d5, you have to take over that square. He goes to here. Now we go queen c6, he has to leave, and now we do queen c8, king b6, we go queen d7, goes to c5, you go queen e6. So we kicked him from that corner, we kicked him from that corner. Now he goes like this. It doesn't seem like the king is going anywhere, but the cage is getting smaller. What's the move? King e3, we go queen g4, that's it. Now it is very straightforward. Queen d4, king a3. Be careful, not queen c4. Again, as if it's a corner, you have to, okay, queen b6 would be the simplest one. King a4. It's like a pawn endgame, you know. You have to win this is the opposition. If it's white to move, we don't have moves. We have to win this fork opposition. Queen b8, king a5, queen b7. Now king goes down, and this is the crucial Zugzwang. Queen a4. I'm not sure what is the fastest way to give checkmate. It may easily be mate in 29 as we just seen, but black should have stayed in that corner on h8 much faster, but the engine doesn't see it. Yeah, starting position, nothing. You can wait for a depth 100, I suppose, if you're that interested. I also wanted to check the Leela, which is, well, Alphazeros' smaller daughter. Not daughter, sister or brother, I don't know. Let's not go into genders. Yeah, Leela says queen a2, which is wrong. You don't see that, right? You don't see. 1 second. I'm gonna switch off Stockfish. You know, Stockfish doesn't figure out. But Leela shows 0.22, whatever that means in Leela's view. But the only move that wins is queen to g1. Even the good engine doesn't solve this one. So there are still areas where our brain is better than the engine. So good luck for us, those areas becoming smaller and smaller, but there are still plenty of those. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out that post on Facebook, subscribe, share a word about my channel, and take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.